Once upon a time, in a magical, colorful treehouse, lived a wonderful team of friends. There were the hands, the feet, the mouth, and the belly. They all worked together to keep their treehouse happy and full of energy. Every day, the friends had special jobs. The feet would run through the sunny meadow to find the sweetest, juiciest fruits. The hands would reach up high into the branches to pick the delicious apples and berries. Then, they would bring the food back to the mouth, who would cheerfully chew it all up. Finally, the food went down to the belly, who stayed in the cozy kitchen all day, cooking up energy for everyone. But one hot afternoon, the hands and the feet felt very tired. They looked at the belly resting in the kitchen and started to grumble. "We do all the running and picking," said the hands. "And the belly just sits there eating," agreed the feet. The mouth chimed in, "I do all the chewing. It is not fair that the belly gets all the food without doing any hard work outside." The friends made a silly decision. They decided to go on strike and stop feeding the belly. The very next day, the feet refused to walk to the meadow. The hands refused to pick any apples. And the mouth kept tightly shut. The belly waited patiently in the kitchen, but no food ever came. A few days passed, and something strange began to happen. The feet felt too heavy to skip. The hands felt too weak to lift even a tiny pebble. And the mouth felt too tired to even smile. The whole team was running out of energy. The belly called out weakly from the kitchen, "My friends, I do not just sit here. When you give me food, I turn it into the magic energy that makes you run, reach, and smile. We need each other." The hands, feet, and mouth finally understood. The belly was doing a very important job all along. They quickly worked together to fetch a giant, juicy apple and fed it to the belly. As soon as the belly cooked up the new energy, the magic returned. The feet began to dance, the hands began to clap, and the mouth smiled a huge, happy smile. From that day on, they always worked together as a perfect team.